Hey, what's good, YouTube? It's your man Ronan. You already know the deal. Well, scan that. That's your passport into the A-game lifestyle. Helps with your vitality, energy, focus, and libido. And it is a lifestyle. So, that being said, shout out to the A-game family, A-game Nation. Salute to the new content creators and subscribers. Definitely helping the channel grow. Much love to you guys. You can like, click, share, subscribe. Even hit me up at genuinearticle75@gmail.com. Topics you want to discuss, or just questions in general, and then we'll chop it up. But want to do something for the veterans today, definitely. It can't apply to people, civilians, but mainly the veterans. And as I said, I deal with sleep apnea. And of course, you go to get a sleep study. Go to the VA or even get a consult from your primary care doctor and see about it, and then they'll give you a procedure. Now, there's, I think, a few ways they can do it. One, they'll give you a take-home kit, or you go to the sleep clinic, how it's set up in your VA hospital, and they'll have these nodes. Put them to your head and have you try to go to sleep and measure like the episodes you do have. The reason I went to the sleep clinic, because at the time somebody I was with, they woke me up and they let me know I wasn't breathing for a whole minute. So immediately I went to the sleep study a few times, and finally they diagnosed that I had sleep apnea. So yeah, definitely. I found out, way, I was structured. If I laid back 30 degrees in a chair, my tongue would cover my esophagus. So it would. And during the sleep study, it led to the discovery that I had 60 plus episodes an hour, which is not good. And if that's not taken care of, it can lead to some cardiovascular issues, among other things. So naturally, if you're diagnosed with sleep apnea, they'll often give you a CPAP. I hate those things because usually you got to plug it in, you got to clean it up, all this other stuff. That's not the issue. The thing is, like when I'm asleep, sometimes the air, which is supposed to, keep your breathing correct, more or less, loose medical terms, definition, it will go down the wrong pipe. And because, automatically your body will jolt, try to wake you up and save you, you become outright drained. I used to go out, be sluggish, my mood would be poor, and my health would suffer. So I went for another reevaluation, and I had one of these made, but because and for future reference, if you have one of them made, make sure you go to the location to pick it up, because I made a miscalculation. They had it sent to Indianapolis, versus they assumed I was going back to Indianapolis and I was going to Houston, and it got lost in the mail and no one saw it. So what they're going to do is, like, if you go to Sleep Dental, which they'll prefer you to if needed, they're going to take a molding of your teeth. If you're not, the CPAP doesn't work for you, because they gave me 5 of them before they even did this, but they might give you less. It's oral appliance. See, and it's a molding of my teeth, and they'll like do what they do, the procedure, and then they'll take it out and they'll send it away for a few weeks, and it comes back and it'll look just like this. You'll see like the hinge right here, and it's to pull it forward. It'll pull your jaw forward, and it'll help get the air in there. See, I'm not gonna put it on right now because I gotta clean it. But I'll get to that in a minute. And as you can see, it has like little hinges here, all that. So, and usually you'll get called into the sleep dental to check the integrity of the oral appliance, and basically if you're taking care of it or not. And usually when it comes to that, I keep it in a separate plastic bowl. I'll use the green alcohol and a little bit of warm water. You don't want to warp it. Like kind of cool but a little bit warm. And you make sure you take this little brush the interior, and then you sit on it like a napkin and let it dry. Now, when you wake up in the morning, because sometimes, it'll fall out depending, but if it's in there secure, it's all good. In the morning, when you're done sleeping and you haven't cleaned your oral appliance, this is somewhat of a retainer type thing. So this helps you relax the muscles in your jaw, because sometimes you don't want to catch it cramping or not. So like this. Now usually you put it in there for a good 15 minutes to like get the integrity back where you need it. And usually you take a shower. That's the main thing I would do. Take a shower, bath, where you would do your hygiene routine, your shaving, whatever. And then by the time you're done, take it out and you go about your day. And it's good to retain these, actually keep them clean. Usually to dry, once it, I let it dry a little bit, I'll sit it back in my case and have it open. I'll usually clean the retainer after that, and do the same thing with the light green alcohol. You'll find it at a Walgreens or whatever pharmacy or Walmart. You'll see it. Just look for the green alcohol. Put a little bit in there, and just the rest of the water, and it should be cool. And that's what it is with the sleep apnea deal for oral appliance. That's what works for me. Now, the next step is when they have to go in there and do more of a surgery to cut the meat out in your throat. Not extensively, hopefully, but again, remove your tonsils, possibly, whatever. I forgot what it's called. It's kind of hard to pronounce, but when they told me that shit, I didn't want no parts of it. No. So I'm gonna do my damnedest to stick with this, because I'll be damned if they had me doing all that and they was telling me about the recovery. I'm cool. But if it's necessary to have it done, as a veteran, you do what you got to do. Because with sleep apnea, yes, you can still get rated for it. You should be. They say it's secondary to PTSD. I'm not a VA compensation rep or anything like that, but just saying personal experience. Seek compensation for it. There's different types of sleep apnea, and unfortunately, it gets tricky because it seems like the VA is starting to take it seriously, but in many years it hasn't. It's just, always assume it's already new. They're still learning about it. So there's different types of sleep apnea. I believe mine is obstructive to an extent. I can give you a definition once I look at it, but I know with 60 plus episodes, I definitely have it. So, but again, in closing, whatever you have, always seek the information. Keep your doctor's notes. Make sure you stay abreast on that. Have a healthy communication with your doctors. That we stay on point. If you have appointments, do your best to make up those appointments. It's a bad look if you keep missing appointments or whatnot. Trust me, it's a bad decision to sit there and consistently miss appointments. So if you're able, let's say about, I think it's like 30%, or unless something's changed, you start getting travel pay. So whenever you go sign in, they'll compensate you for the distance you did, and they'll ask you questions how you got there. So for those who don't know, now you know a little bit, or you can go see DAV or whatever veteran representative that will help you get the things you need, or ask questions at the local VA or fellow veterans who are in the know. So that's my little bit for veterans dealing with sleep apnea. So again, take this seriously, because if you're not careful, it can be a life or death situation. So preventative medicine and measures matter. So that's just my bit for the veterans. Salute to you guys. Hope you had a happy Father's Day. And as always, never allow your comfort zone to become your coffin.